Robinson Jr. news is coming extremely quick. This whole Brian Robinson situation has escalated very quickly, and we have the next update from Mike Garafolo. We're going to review that today, but before we do, make sure you hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. We are 50 subscribers away from 2,000. Help me to reach that before the start of the NFL season, which I think is very easily possible. Click the subscribe button, click the notification bell as well. So, Mike Garafolo just said that teams have legitimate interest in Brian Robinson Jr. Garafolo continued to say other teams are questioning why the Commanders are moving on from Robinson. And Mike Garafolo also went on to say if he doesn't end up getting traded, he's going to get cut, and it will be short order. Teams will make short work of that, and someone will pick him up right away, as we expected. But really crazy how quick this has escalated. I mean, I expected BROB to be the running back one on this roster week one. And he's definitely gone. After last night, or really this all started Sunday when the team said they were shopping him. But then Monday night, mutual decision, he's not going to play on Monday Night Football. And then it's really escalated. Now it's at the point where it's a definite trade or it's a definite cut. It could be in the next minutes. It could be in the next hours. It could be in the next weeks. It's going to happen quick. Brian Robinson Jr. is getting shipped quick. Now, very positive update for Commanders fans here. First off, the first positive update is we're getting rid of BROB, right? No hate, no shame on BROB, but we'd rather have a more explosive, better running back one, and we think that is Bill. Second update is that teams have legitimate interest in Brian Robinson, per Mike Garafolo. He said teams were telling him that they were questioning the Commanders' move to get rid of BROB. They were saying, what is going on here? Why are the Commanders getting rid of him? So that's the other really good update, is that teams have legitimate interest in Brian Robinson, and teams want to bring him in. So we are more likely than not going to find a trade partner, and we're not just going to have to cut Brian Robinson Jr. So I've said this whole time, I think if you can get a 6th round pick or even a 7th round pick, I think it's worth it. Yes, I would love to have a strong veteran guy who can be a top 10 running back for the first 5 weeks of the NFL season. Yes, I would like to see what he can do for the first 5 weeks of the season with the new O-line, the improved second year in the Cliff Kingsbury system. I would love to see that, but I am excited for this team to move on. I am. We're going to see what Bill does. Now, yesterday in the Monday Night Football preseason game, that game gave us what we wanted to see. That gave the Commanders especially what they needed to see, and now that they saw that, I think more news is getting leaked since we're minutes, hours away from a BROB situation happening. Honestly, probably tomorrow morning. Trade or cut. Probably a trade because teams have interest. But this has escalated very quickly and BROB's going to be shipped soon. I would hope we can get a 6th or 7th round pick out of this. If we could get a 5th, which sounds like it's on the table, that would be perfect. We have 5 draft picks coming up in this next draft, so just give me one pick. Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, Bill, who could potentially be the running back one for this roster, who is kicking BROB off the roster, seemingly, is a 7th round pick. So if we can get a 7th round pick, I'm not saying they're all going to be like Bill, but they hold some value. So I'd be fine with that. 6th or 7th round pick. If you can get a 5th, do it. We lost the 2nd and 4th for the Laramie Tunsil trade. And so we need more picks. So get that for BROB. Now, but back to what I was saying. Yesterday night on Monday Night Football really helped out the Commanders' case in this whole situation. Didn't help out BROB. Chris Rodriguez has 6 carries for 62 yards. He looked tremendous. He looked tremendous and fast and explosive. And we remember what Chris Rodriguez did last year. He showed up in the big-time moments when Brian Robinson wasn't showing up. Also helped the case of the Commanders because Bill looked phenomenal. He had a 27-yard touchdown on his first drive of the game. Had a few nice runs last night. Now, granted, the second half was not very good on his end, but I don't know why he was out there in the first place. So I'm excited for Bill, and he also doesn't have enough, he also doesn't have a lot of tread on the tire. So there's a lot to see here. We don't know his full potential. But then you have a guy, Jeremy McNichols, who can block, who is signed for 2 more years. And you have Eckler, who may be a running back 1. He can catch out of the backfield. He can do a lot. He's a veteran. He can teach these guys. You have guys like Kaz Allen and Demetric Felton. Demetric Felton has done it in the league before for the Browns. So I'm intrigued by him. So we have a lot of depth in this running back room, and so that is making me less worried about them getting rid of BROB and moving on from him. But, I would have certainly loved to see BROB this year. I would have certainly... I'm not sure about this move. I'm not sure about moving on from him so quickly, but here's the state of this team. And the state of this team is we have a great head coach, we have a competent GM, we have a great owner. And so the state of this team means you have to trust him. You have to trust it. You have to trust your GM. Trust every move that he makes because we finally have a competent one. Now, if this is Bruce Allen, if this is Dan Snyder and the moves they made, you're not trusting a move. But we finally have a competent front office, and this is where it comes in. These hot takes, these hot moves, you have to trust them. So BROB is going to be cut or traded soon, per Mike Garafolo. Also, per Mike Garafolo, teams have told him that they have interest in BROB, and teams are confused on why the Commanders are moving on from BROB. But Dan Quinn basically confirmed last night in his press conference, listen, we're moving on from BROB. He basically confirmed that last night. So you're not going to get to see BROB this season. 3rd round pick out of Alabama. Good luck to him in his future endeavors, but we're on to new things. The Bill chapter opened last night, and it's not stopping for a while. I don't know what to expect out of a 7th round pick, but he looks good so far. Am I nervous about the running back room without BROB? Yes. Because BROB was kind of that guy, you knew he was going to give you at least 700 to 800 yards. You knew that, and you knew you had a reliable veteran running back. He's not great, he's not elite, but he's just kind of mid, and you don't really have to worry about the room when he's in there. But now that he's out of there, it's a lot of young guys. It's a lot of guys that haven't proven themselves. It's Eckler, who you can't rely on because he gets injuries every year. So, I don't know. I'm a little bit nervous, but it is good to hear that teams have interest in Brian Robinson because that means we could get some potential good compensation out of Brian Robinson. Now, I've seen a lot of people saying, throw him in a Trey Hendrickson trade. Trade Terry and B-Rob for Trey Hendrickson. That's not happening. The Bengals don't want Brian Robinson. You're a joke if you're saying that. So don't come in the comments with that. Also, don't come in the comments with Terry and B-Rob for Tyreek Hill. Not happening. But it would be more of a John Ridgeway type trade. It would be more of a pick swap. It would be more of a B-Rob for a 6th round pick. That would be my prediction right now. Teams would be willing to do that. That's what it seems like from the insiders. From Mike Garafolo. That's what it seems like. That teams would do that. So, we're in a good spot right now. We're going to get potential good compensation here for Brian Robinson. So, I'm excited for what he has to offer this year. Or what Bill has to offer this year, sorry. I can't wait to watch it. I can't wait to watch, him week 1. I don't know if he's going to be the starter, but boy, have we awfully rushed into things fast, and you better hope this doesn't backfire on the Commanders. But B-Rob is done in Washington. He's not returning. He's getting cut or traded, and this has escalated so quickly, man. It's just hard to believe, but that's all I got right now. I just wanted to give you an update on B-Rob. Again, the update was Mike Garafolo saying teams have legitimate interest in B-Rob, and the Commanders are officially done with B-Rob. That's all I got for right now. Head to the Washington Commanders. As always, you guys have a great rest of your Tuesday night. We'll be back with more content tomorrow, as always. See you guys in the next one. Thank you for all the support, and good night.